Well, of course, the Oscars were last night, but if you had to go to bed like I did, you missed, of course, some really good speeches, some really fabulous moments, some unforgettable moments, so to speak. And joining me right now and breaking it all down for us is someone who did stay up to watch the entire show is Suzannah Baum. She's a public speaking and presentation skills coach. Welcome to the show, Suzannah.
Thank you, Laura.
Okay, so first of all, when we speak about speeches, what makes a good speech? What are you looking for?
You're looking for something that is really engaging to the audience, something that is focused, something that doesn't go on too long and really drag on, but ultimately it's something that the audience is interested in listening to and really engages them.
Yeah, I think you said it, you know, something that doesn't drag on too long. When the orchestra starts to play,
yes,
that's probably a sign. So let's start with the political statements of the evening, because certainly we saw that with Meryl Streep during the Golden Globes. So any political statements from last night?
Yes, there were a lot of political statements, a little bit lower level than what Meryl Streep had done at the Golden Globes, but they addressed the wall, they addressed raising your children right, they addressed criminals, they addressed violence by police, they addressed the war in Syria. There were a lot of mentions of it, but nothing quite as detailed. Nobody really stood and took a big political platform.
I gotta say, Jimmy Kimmel was I did see the opening monologue that he gave, and he threw out a few stabs here and there, which I thought were really, really good. Now, lots of people thanking their mothers, which is nice to see.
It was so nice. You know, usually we're used to people thanking their family, and there was a lot of family thanking going on, but specific shout outs to the mothers at least 5 times. Specifically, I wanted to thank my mother for giving up what she had to, my mother for pushing me to do what I wanted to, my mother for letting me quit soccer and go to singing class. I mean, it was really, really nice and refreshing.
Go moms.
Go mom.
Okay, a big win, of course, for Montreal, with sound engineer Sylvain Bellemare winning for sound editing and mixing for Arrival. That was nice.
That was nice. Really nice to see a shout out to Montreal.
Yeah, I liked when he said, Salut Montréal.
Salut.
That's always good to see. Okay, let's talk about some of the big awards. The first one, supporting actor. This one I stayed up long enough to see because it's the first award handed out.
The first one, that's the easy one to stay up for. This is Mahershala, and he won for Moonlight. And what made his speech so nice was that it was engaging. You know, we're used to seeing our winners go up and give the list of who they're thanking. They want to thank, and they list off these names. But what he did a little bit differently was that he talked about who inspired him, who taught him. He really he gave a shout out to the teachers. And at the same time, he still managed to thank whoever he needed to thank, but he did it in a very humble way, in a very meaningful way, which I think is what made that stand out.
Okay, we're seeing Emma Watson, of course, who won for Best Actress, and supporting actress went to Viola Davis. So happy to see her win that award.
My goodness, she was just a pile of emotions up there. It was really nice. I think she held it together. You could tell the tears wanted to come out. She was so overcome with emotion and what she wanted to say about living your story, and actors being able to giving the actors the opportunity to tell stories that may have gone untold. And she was really lovely to watch because it was such a genuine emotional reaction.
I mean, how can you not get emotional? I mean, like, getting up on that stage knowing that, what, 1 billion people are watching you around the world, it's unbelievable. And then, of course, there was the last moment where they announced the wrong winner for motion picture. You stayed up long enough to see that, eh?
I did stay that, and you know what? That was a nice little twist at the end, at around 12:15 a.m. That really made you go, wow, really, did that happen? But what was really nice about it was how gracious everyone was at that moment. Of course, it was a big moment for La La Land for a couple of minutes, and then it wasn't. But they very graciously gave it up and awarded it to their colleagues. There was a lot of love in the room.
Yeah,
everybody kept saying that was the big statement. A lot of love in the room, and they showed it with that.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Suzannah, and thank you for staying up for all of us.
It was good. It was good. You're welcome.